The Canadian Card Collector here, and welcome back to day 235 of your daily deck review. And the deck that we're taking a look at today is the Shuckers playing cards from Organic Playing Cards. So, no further ado, let's take a look and see what we get. Here we have the Shuckers playing cards in the standard glossy finish tuck box. As you can see, it says Shuckers there, in like the darker green font there across the front. And then the rest of the tuck box, as you can see at the front of it, looks like the corn, like the husk or like the shell of the corn there. And then on either side, it kind of wraps around to either side there. And then on the back, you can kind of see like more like it wraps around, then you can see the corn there, peeking through the little shell of the corn. And on the bottom, you got your information, you got the OPC logo and their website. And then it says 2020 first edition, one of 2,500. So these are from the 2020, and there's only 2,500 of these. These are designed by Organic Playing Cards, distributed by Riffle Shuffle, Dallas, Texas, made in the USA. So they are made by the United States Playing Card Company. On the top, you just got more of that corn look. So if I open this up, you just got like a more of like a corn kind of look to it, like the top of the corn. Then on the inner tuck flap, it says, "Ah, shucks." And on the inner tuck flap, it's just that green colorway. If I take the cards out of the box, on the inside of the tuck box, it is just plain white. Nothing too crazy going on inside there. Now that we took a look at the tuck box, time to take a look at the cards. And first we'll start with the back design. Here we have a one-way back design with the standard white border going around. And it has that kernel corn kind of look to it. Like the corn. And then it's multicolored. So you mostly got that standard yellow, and you got some like lighter like white corn niblets there, and then you got the dark blue and the red. So you got a bunch of those. And it is a one-way back design. So if you can see, you got like some of these ones that have like a little shot like a white line, like the shininess to it. There, so you got the blue one up there with a little white mark on it. But then at the bottom it does not have that little shiny mark. So we flip it over, they would be upside down because the shiny mark would be at the bottom and none at the top. So that's what makes it a one-way back design. Then it has a little kind of little darkish like golden brown kind of little border around, and then you got the standard white border. Now for the cards you get with the deck, we got an upside down Joker. Here we have the first Joker, which is Joker Joker there. And then you got the corn, the cobble corn there right in the middle there. Then you get a second almost identical Joker. It says Joker Joker, same font and letters. Then you get the same like cobble corn. It does, except this one has a couple bites taken out of it. You got a uneaten corn, and then you got a bit like an eaten corn there. Now onto the custom Ace of Spades here, and you can see the Ace of Spades is a cobble corn. There is some corn in the shape of a spade there. So you got like the peeling, like the shell of it again, and then you got the corn there, and then you got the custom yellow, the custom color for the spades there. So it's kind of like that goldish, golden brown kind of colorway, like a lighter brown, and they're pretty like, other than like the different colorway, they're standard, just standard spades. And then the court cards are also in that golden brown kind of colorway. Then you got those reds and the blues, just like, and the yellows, just like the back design. Like the back down, you got those colors for the court cards. And as always, the OPC court cards are always like standard, but still custom at the same time. They have little hidden little things added to them. So the Jack of Spades has a bag of popcorn. The Queen of Spades has a little, like a bowl of popcorn. And the King of Spades has some tongs with like some barbecued corn there. Then you got the diamonds, which are standard diamonds, just in like a darker red kind of colorway. And you got the standard diamonds. And we get to those semi-custom court cards. Once again, in like those yellows, reds, blues, and brown colorway. And you got the Jack of Diamonds eating some corn. Then you got the Queen of Diamonds eating like a bowl of cereal. Those are like corn flakes. And then you got the King of Diamonds with a bag of candy corn. So they're all, if you haven't noticed already, they're all holding some kind of corn related item. Then you got the clubs, pretty much the same as the spades there in that brownish gold colorway. And all the court cards are in the red, yellow, blue, and kind of brownish, kind of yellow colorways. And you got the King of Clubs that has a big, like, husk of corn acting like a sword. It's almost like a sword, but not a sword. He's got the big cob of corn there. And then the Queen of Clubs has like an empty corn, like a corn with no kernels left on it or something there. And then you got the Jack of Clubs with a bag of caramel popcorn. And then you got the standard clubs just in that brownish, the golden brown colorway. And lastly, onto the hearts, which is in that dark colorway once again, and the slightly custom core cards there. And the brown, you got the golden brown, the red, the blue, and the yellow colorway once again. Then you got the King of Hearts, has a, which is buttering a corn on the cob there. And you got the knife with the butter, and then some butter on the corn there. And you got the Queen of Hearts, which has a corn dog. And lastly, you got the Jack of Hearts, which has some cornbread. And then the rest of the hearts are just standard hearts, which is in the dark red colorway. Then you got an extra 6 of diamonds, and then you get a double backer of the back design. And now that we took a look at the cards, time to test the handling. And as always, these are made by the Nice Ice Play Card Company, so they should handle pretty well. But it's always nice to test out and see. Now it's gonna pick up these few cards because it's not a deck review without dropping some cards, as always. But first, we'll start with the springs. Oh yeah, just based off that first one, these are really smooth spring cards, and they got a nice flexibility to it. Like they're almost too flexible, but they got enough stiffness where they're not like over bending. But they still bend pretty easily though. No, but they're not like overly stiff, but they're not like overly bendy either. So like a little bit more bendier than stiffer, but still pretty nice springs, nice and smooth. There's no issues with the springs. Now on to the fans. And as you can see, they spread pretty evenly. You can see most of the pips and numbers. There's no stickiness or clumpiness to the cards. Now on to the Pharaoh. A super smooth and flawless Pharaoh there. The interlock will be flawlessly as well. Now for that giant fan of the back design. Now for that reverse Pharaoh. Now the reverse Pharaoh was not as smooth. I did have to like push them and they kind of got a little stuck on each other when I was interlocking them. But they interlocked them pretty nicely there still, even though I had to like force them together. Not too bad. Now for the giant fan of the faces. Now for the riffle shuffle or bridge shuffle. Well, all the riffle shovels and bridge shovels were flawless, no issues there. They work perfectly. Nice and smooth, no issues. Now for the packet cuts. Well, no issues with the packet cuts. Pretty normal as always. And there's nothing too crazy or disappointing about them. And pretty average there. Not too slippery, but not overly packable at the same time, but pretty nice. Not much to say for the packet cuts. And now, time for the one-handed cut or Australia cut. Now time for the dribble. And I gotta say, these have a nice pop to it. I'm not trying to make some kind of joke, like popcorn joke, but they have a nice pop to the dribble there. And they're pretty smooth. And a little bit slidey at times. And they're all pretty fun and satisfying dribbles there. And now time for the spread fan. And last, without dropping the cards, lastly, spread the cards on the table. Well, I gotta say, a pretty fun and fantastic deck as always. Because OPC always makes great and fun and fantastic decks. And this is no exception. And this is one of their more unique decks that they made. Because I think this is the first one that they like switched up the back design. They usually do like a traditional back design where it's like obviously all food related stuff. But they usually have like one of those like the peelers, like the banana ones. And there's like a mirrored back design, which has like a banana shape up there and a banana down there. This is the first one that breaks that like traditional design that they had, where it's like a unique kind of different back design there, not their regular style there, which is kind of unique, which makes it a more unique OPC deck over the bunch. So a nice unique back design, which I really like, nice and colorful there. And then for the faces, they're all pretty standard faces there. And then you just got the custom colorways with like the dark red, and then you got the goldish browns there. And then all the core cards, as you saw, had those like custom faces, like the core cards themselves are standard, but then they have like a little extra added bonus, like all the corn related foods through the different core cards there, which is nice and unique, but is like a staple and trademark of organic playing cards, which is always fun. And then the handling, which you just saw, which is pretty flawless, no issues that I really found. Most decks have no issues, so they're all going to handle the same, but it's always nice to test them out and see how they handle. But this one is no exception, pretty nice and smooth overall. So, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed, and this has been day 235 of your daily deck review. This has been the Shuckers playing cards from OPC or Organic Playing Cards. And I'm the Canadian Card Collector signing out. That's the video. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.